respected.
Member for Burnaby South.
Have made record profits as well as big box stores while families are struggling to put food on the table and fill up their tanks. We know that these companies have made record profits. We've got a chance to do something about that later on today when we can vote to tax our excess profits and reinvest that into people.
Order. I know the temptations is there. I understand. Can we just keep it so we can actually hear the question that the member is asking? The honourable member for Burnaby South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Oil and gas companies and big box stores have made record profits while everyday families are struggling to buy their groceries and to fill up their tanks. We've got an opportunity to do something about that today when we vote on our Opposition Day motion, our plan to tax the excess profits of these corporations and reinvest that into helping people. We already know that the Conservatives are going to support the profits of big oil and gas. Where will the Prime Minister stand? With people and families or with the large corporations who've made excess profits?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, from the very beginning of our time in office in 2015, we've moved forward on lowering taxes for the middle class and raising them.
All right, this is the last time that I'm standing on this one. Because, quite honestly, I'm getting tired of standing on this one. Listen, let's just try to keep a little decorum in the House. I know there's a lot of energy to be let out. I know we're still happy to be here after a few-week break, but it's good to be here, to talk to folks, to understand what's going on. And I believe the Honourable Prime Minister was trying to answer the question, or where were we? Because I kind of lost track. There you go. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, when we got elected in 2015, it was on a commitment to lower taxes for the middle class and raise them on the wealthiest 1%. We did that. And then we moved forward with more supports for seniors, more supports for families. We've continued to look at ways of enabling economic growth and support for small businesses, while at the same time making sure that the tax system is fair. Mr. Speaker, these bells ringing are not ideal for me.
Listen, I'm going to stand here as long as it takes.
You look great.
Thank you. I appreciate it over there. We don't need to be ringing bells. We don't need to be yelling and screaming. Let's just make sure we get through question period before 5 o'clock tonight. The honourable member for Burnaby South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Oil and gas companies and big box stores made record profits, while Canadian families are having a hard time buying their groceries or filling up their gas tank. We have an opportunity to fix this problem today by taxing the excess profits of big oil and gas companies and reinvesting that money into helping families. Will the Prime Minister protect the interests of ordinary people or the profits of big companies? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, since we were elected in 2015, we've always been focused on helping the middle class. We increased the taxes on the wealthiest Canadians in order to reduce them on middle-class Canadians. We created the Canada Child Benefit, which lifted hundreds of thousands of children out of poverty. And we're continuing to invest in daycare centres, in seniors, and we will always be there to support people. We will always be there to support Canadians through these periods of uncertainty. The agreement that we have made will allow this Parliament to operate better with less toxicity, as sometimes we've continued to see from the Conservatives.